Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful paper succulents using the succulent framelits. This is a bundle that you can choose in our occasions catalog. The Oh So Succulent stamp set matches this beautifully. And this was my February iStampin box that I debuted, and these are going to be the succulents that you are going to receive on top of your packages. So I thought that I would show everyone how to make these. They're super simple. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to be showing you how to do the Old Olive succulent. This one is the mint macaron, and I'll explain that one in just a second. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is to grab your succulent framelits, and these are the 6 flowers that we're going to be using. So just grab those. You can see what is left over. So this is a really nice framelit set that you get. You get a lot of pieces. But like I said, we're just going to be using these 6. And then let's grab the Big Shot. And for this, you definitely want to have your magnetic platform. And then what you're going to do is just cut a piece of Old Olive cardstock. This is just 6 inches wide. And let's go ahead and just put all of our flowers on here, and they'll fit perfectly. Okay. And then let's just run that through. So I just have my paper piercer, and I just gently just poke through the holes. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to puncture the cardstock. Just pop right out. And I'm going to be announcing my March iStampin box later this week, so if you want to get on my mailing list to receive the VIP announcement, make sure that you head on over to my blog, which is iStampin.com, and at the very top just fill out the form and you'll receive that. Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to do is to grab 3 ink colors. I'm using Rich Raspberry, Old Olive, and Early Espresso, and I've got my sponges because we're going to be sponging each one of these individual flowers. And you'll also want to grab your grid paper because this can get a little messy. So let's just go ahead and put all these up here. First color we're going to work with is Old Olive. And I really have enjoyed this project. It was a lot. It's very simple to put together. And just a lot of fun, and you can find some really fun ideas on how to, display these. Very creative on Pinterest and things like that. So as you can see, I'm just taking the sponge and just rubbing just on those petals. So I'm going to do that for all 6 of these flowers. With these smaller die cuts, you do want to be a little bit more gentler, or want to be gentler, not more gentler. Okay, so once you have sponged all of the flowers, the next color that you're going to work with is Early Espresso. Okay, so let's grab our Early Espresso, and again, just lightly sponge all the way around, and it just gives some great dimension to this die cut. I like things that are really easy, that actually have a realistic look to it. So when I'm done with all of these, I'm gonna go to my local hardware store and grab like a pot and some Spanish moss and put all these together. Okay, and then the final color is going to be Rich Raspberry, and for this one I'm going to actually hold each individual die cut and sponge around the petals, and that just really makes them just pop and give it such a realistic look. And you can brush over the top, but make sure you get those edges really good. Just gives it that hint of purple. And here is the mint macaron succulent that I made. It's the exact same steps. The only thing that you're going to change is obviously use mint macaron cardstock, and instead of sponging it with old olive, the very first step, you'll just use mint macaron. So you'll cut it out in mint macaron, cut all 6 pieces in mint macaron, and then sponge with mint macaron first, then early espresso, and then finish it off with rich razzleberry. All right, so we've got all of our sponging done. The next thing that you're going to want to do is to gently just curl the petals, and you actually curl them to the inside, so it's easier to hold these the die cut from the bottom, so it's upside down, and then just gently just curl each of these. And you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure, just because you don't want to rip the die cut. So just do that for all 6. And I'll show you here on these little tiny ones, very gentle. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure. Okay, now you're going to want to get out your Stampin' Pierce mat. Okay, the next thing what you're going to do is just come in, and I'm just using my paper piercer, and you're going to want to push right there in the center of each of the die cuts, and that's just going to make it really curl up, and when we glue these all together, it's just going to give it some great dimension. So just press here. Now for these larger ones, just kind of like go around all the way around and just get those to curl up. And if it's a little too much, you can always, just press it out. Okay, let's do our last one here. And this kind of breaks up the center of the cardstock. Okay, there we go. All right, so now the next thing that you're gonna, the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is to either get your Tombow multi-purpose glue. I'm just gonna use my fine tip glue just because that's handy. And I'm going to get the second largest flower, just squeeze some glue on there, and then what you're gonna do is just offset it. Just offset the petals. And you're going to do that for all 5 of them. That bubble. Okay, and then let's do that last one. All right, and there you go. Just a fun, simple little succulent that we used cardstock and ink. So let me bring the other ones in, and you can see here that these I didn't curl up as much. So you can do, you can make them as flat as you want. And the reason, and I'm shipping these, so I didn't want to curl them up too much, or you can actually make it really dimensional. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you head on over to my blog, istampin.com. And like I said, sign up for my exclusive newsletters, and also that you can be one of the first people to get the VIP newsletter about March's iStampin' Box. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.